the workers stretching across the country, working from home and meeting via Zoom as well. Here to talk to us about this, the onboarding process, how they've done it, is Rhia Daniel from Diffy Social. Thanks so much for your time.
Hi, Aaron. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so you're bringing all these people together at once, right across the country. You're Melbourne-based, pretty hard to meet everybody. How have you done it?
Yeah, I think Diffy Social has just been trying to adapt to the new normal, especially, as you said, in Melbourne. We've been onboarding and learning the role via Zoom. Everyone's been sort of getting together about 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah, right.
For drinks. And
it's a great way to do it, isn't it? To kind of bring the team together. We've all been learning to work away from home. Give us an idea of some of the locations where these 11 new employees are based.
Yeah, so we've got marketers in South Australia, Western Australia, Sydney, like New South Wales. So I'm from Kapunda, regional South Australia, and we've got people north and south of Perth River. And just all across Australia.
And how's life in Kapunda?
Yeah, so we're regional. So we're about an hour's north of Adelaide. So that's got pretty relaxed restrictions. We've been.
It's really interesting when you talk about this, because for the past 5-10 years we've been talking about sea changes and remote changes, and Melbourne and Sydney have always been the powerhouses of the Australian economy, the CBDs in particular as well. But what COVID's taught us is that we can work away from those 2 major CBDs as well. We're here in Melbourne kind of looking out. What's it like from out looking in at what's happening here?
I've been catching up with people, of course, in Melbourne via Zoom and seeing how you guys have been doing. And it's been really interesting to see, like, people exchanging postcodes just to really experience how, like, lockdown is like for you guys. Like, we've been, able to meet up for coffees and have business meetings and so on and so forth here. But I get the sense that you guys are really having to, adapt to the new normal in a far more severe way at a much shorter.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you this month is 20 years after I began my journalism career, and I've never stood at a news desk holding and clinging onto a face mask just in case anyone comes too close. It's an incredible situation. Talk to us about how the current pandemic's actually shaped your experience in your first job after university.
So as you said, this is my first job after uni, and it's just been so strange sort of trying to learn everything remote. Like, we're trying to build our clients from the ground up in Adelaide, and just trying to explain to particularly older people that I am taking on my first job from my lounge room, or sitting on my couch on Zoom meetings.
And it's incredible. You're here on kind of national television, although we're on the internet, so we're pretty much everywhere, and you're doing so from your lounge room. I mean, it's been about breaking down borders, hasn't it? But talk to us about what it's been like there, connecting with other small business owners as well, and what you're seeing around the country when you're talking to people about what their attitudes are towards social media marketing right now.
Yeah, so of course we have, our business model is aimed towards small businesses, and especially being regional, it's been hard for, like, a lot of small businesses to realize, maybe they'd fallen behind on social media, and now they're having to sort of learn to adapt to sort of social media, like e-commerce, in a big way.
Yeah.
So I think, the Yellow Social Media Report just came out 2 weeks ago, I think it was, and it found that, like, I think it was 13% of small businesses had a social media strategy. So it's just about...
What's the most likely strategy? Give us a bit of an idea when you're talking to businesses at the moment who have had to make the big leap. What is their social media strategy? What do you think is working at the moment to try and get out ahead of everybody else?
Yeah, so 13% of them have any sort of social media strategy. So for a large part, there is no strategy. But so what we aim to do is establish their online presence just by connecting all of their social medias and maintaining a constant sort of consistent social media presence across all the different channels.
Yeah.
and really just keep their business top of mind, relevant in their customers' mind, and attract and retain those customers.
All right, Rhia, Daniel, really appreciate your time. Congratulations on what you're doing, and glad to speak to someone outside of Melbourne who's in a regional centre doing well.
Freedom, yeah.
I miss it. I miss it. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Right. Well, Richard Branson has had some good news overnight as well. Virgin Atlantic securing the support of all its creditors for its restructuring plan. The embattled iconic airline says